Yo. Welcome into the ChrisBeCappinn Show, man. Today is June 28th. There's only one game on the board, so it'll be a pretty quick, short show for today. Already started looking into the games for tomorrow, though. Got a couple things I'm waiting for. Waiting for some team totals to open for tomorrow's games. But yeah, let's just jump right into it, man. Like I said, it'll be a pretty quick, short show today. It's only one game. Yesterday, we did have a great day. The Golden State Warriors. We actually win this bet by this much. We probably shouldn't have. We probably didn't deserve Golden State first half because they didn't cover the first quarter. They didn't cover the full game. But they did go on a nice little run. Ended up going up, I think, like 11 points in the second quarter. And they ended up giving up back-to-back threes. I think one of them was to Rachel Banham. Forgot who the other one was to. And yeah, I mean, they barely got there. Won the first half by 5. So that was a winner. Phoenix money line was easy yesterday against the New York Liberty. And then we did play Dallas, the Wings live at halftime. I think coming out to a very, very methodical, like just not even methodical, absolutely horrendous first half in that game. They battled back and came close to, being able to upset Indiana last night. But we took them live plus 10.5, so that was a winner as well. Recap, we finally get back on the right side of things. We're up almost a half unit in the WNBA. It's just been back and forth after a really good start. I was going through my numbers earlier today, and I was like, man, we started the season off well. Then we gave it all back. Then we got it all back again. Then we gave it all back again. So, yeah, hopefully we can consistently, win throughout the rest of the season. We're about 15%, I think, throughout the season so far. So, yeah, hopefully you guys made some money as well. Let's see what the comments are real quick, and we'll jump into the games. Gina always in here with us. She says, good morning, Chris and Chad. Went 2-0-1 in the W last night. Cashed on the Phoenix money line. Early cash. Yeah, it did cash early. Cashed to Ryan Howard under her 2.5 threes at plus 140, which I did like a lot. I talked about that yesterday and pushed on Golden State minus the 5 with the first half. Let's cash today. Chad says, shout out to the Mercury alt lines. He got a minus 6.5, minus 9.5, minus 12.5, all cash. They did smoke him last night. He says he's heating up right now. What's up, Mark? Appreciate you for tapping in. This is Peasy, I think. It's top of the morning, Chris and gang. Dream sold us last night. I did play Minnesota last night as well. It was a personal play because I knew the line was going to move too quick, but I got +1 on BetMGM as soon as I saw Nafisha Collier was ruled in. Shout out to the Lynx beat writer because he actually put it out before Underdog did yesterday. So I was able to get that real quick, but I didn't send it out because I wanted to play it rather than send it out. And the line was going to move too much. I think it closed -4, and they ended up winning the game by 4 in overtime last night. Jason says that Thornton hit that 3 with 10 seconds left to cover for us. Yeah, she did, man. Shout out to Kayla Thornton. Absolute baller, Kayla Thornton, man. Chicago says, I know Angel could get a double-double against Golden State team. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, she hooped last night, man. She got a very favorable matchup again tomorrow when they play against the Sparks. Already looking into that game for sure as well. Lil Showtime says 3-0 Friday. Don't get much better than that. Let's build. We need to, man. We definitely need to. Let's jump into it for the one game that we got on the board for today. I'll give you guys the thought process of the total in this game. Jaxon is coming off an 0-1 day. Jaxon liked Dallas last night plus the points, which I think was a very public dog yesterday. They did not get the job done. The Dallas Wings did not, but they did cash that first half. That live bet at halftime. So today the thought process was thoughts on the total between the Mystics and the Fever. Jaxon tells me that recent trends and context in team context, the Mystics are on a 3-game winning streak, including the 94-83 victory over the Las Vegas Aces on Thursday. They've been efficient offensively with rookie Sonia Citron stepping up significantly, averaging 17.4 points per game over her last 5, surpassing her season average of 14.6. The Mystics defense has been solid, particularly on the perimeter, which could limit the Wings scoring opportunities. Dallas Wings 4-13 on the season. They're coming off a 94-86 loss to the Indiana Fever last night, making the second game of a back-to-back for them. And fatigue could play a role in their performance tonight. Paige Beckers has been a standout for Dallas, averaging 20 points over her last 5 games, but the team has struggled defensively, ranking near the bottom of the league in defensive efficiency. So head-to-head matchup, these teams just met up a week ago. There's a lot of my notes. Teams just met up a week ago with the Mystics securing a 91-88 overtime win. The game totaled 179 points, well above today's line of 164.5. In that matchup, both Sonia Citron, 27 points, and Paige Beckers, 27 points, and standout performances showcasing the offensive potential for both teams. So key factors for the total: Pace of play, Mystics play at a moderate pace, but their recent offensive efficiency has led to higher scoring games. The Wings, despite their struggles, have been involved in higher scoring contests, averaging 170.6 points over their last 5 games. Back-to-back impact, the Wings are on the second line of a back-to-back, which could lead to defensive lapses and a faster pace as they try to keep up with the Mystics offense. Injuries, both Brittany Sykes and Jay Melbourne are listed as day-to-day for the Mystics. If they play, it could bolster Washington's scoring and their defensive capabilities. Recommendation, given the recent trends, head-to-head history, and the Wings' defensive struggle, the over 164.5 looks like a strong play. Both teams have shown the ability to score, and the Wings' fatigue could lead to a higher scoring game. So that's the thought process for this game on Jaxon. Also looked up the spread, but I can't give you guys everything. So check Jaxon out if you guys are interested. And it may not even be right, honestly, but just use it for your own handicapping purposes. Check Jaxon out. MLB, NBA, no NBA, but MLB, WNBA, soccer, whatever you're handicapping, Jaxon can help you with that process. So 50% off, promo code in the description of the video if you guys are new or if you're interested in checking that out. All right, let's get over to that game for today. So this line opened with the Mystics laying 2.5 points is what I saw last night. And it's moved up to 3. So a little bit of money coming in on Washington here. And then this total was 163.5 last night. And it's up to 164.5. This is an 8 o'clock start time game. And if we just jump right into it, we already talked about the injury report. Dallas can list people late. We always got to remember that because they played last night, but I don't think anybody is not going to be available. We'll see what happens with Dejanay Carrington. She did not play. She's not played in the last few games for this. She hasn't played in the last few games for this Dallas Wings team, and it's a rib injury. So we'll see if she's ruled out. She didn't play in the game last night. She didn't play in the game in DC when these teams played just a couple days ago either. And then on the Washington side of things, as Jaxon mentioned, Jay Melbourne and Brittany Sykes are listed as game time decision. Emily Exler is listed as out, is what I'm seeing right now. But honestly, I don't really think it matters. I think looking into the game, the first thing that stood out to me, and we played this game. I don't think I would have did the show today if I didn't play this game. But we did play this game. Sent out the team total for the Washington Mystics last night. Real quick, let me just go to see. All right, just wanted to make sure I had this pulled up. So I sent the write-out up this morning, but I knew I wanted to be on the Washington team total over yesterday. 82.5 was the number. It's up to 83.5. I still like it there as well. So first thing I start with is these two teams did just play, just 6 days ago in DC. The game did go over, but it did go to overtime. It went over in regulation, though. We did play over in that game, and it took us to the last 30 seconds to get up and over. Washington was able to score 84 points in regulation in that game. They shot 47% from the three-point line. And more importantly, they had assists on 23 of their 28 shots in that game. So I like the way Washington's offense is playing right now. I think Dallas, even if Dejanay Carrington comes back, she is their best perimeter defender. I think that, she probably won't be her normal self and have the, typical impact that we expect with her missing 3 games in a row. And like I said, even without Jay Melbourne and Brittany Sykes, but both of those, I actually hope that they don't play, honestly, because my mindset, especially if you watch the game against the Aces, now, could there be a little bit of regression? Yes, there could be. They shot 10 for 19 from the three-point line, 53% in that game. But Lucy Olsen, I don't know if people had a chance to watch her play. It's my first time ever seeing Lucy play. Lucy's a hooper. Like, she can absolutely hoop. She shot 3 for 7 from the three-point line in that game. And, the Washington Mystics are just playing super fast right now. This goes back to the last few games if you've had a chance to watch them play. So I think, looking at the pace, I think Washington will try to get up and down the floor. This is a team that, thrives off cuts and, ball movement and trust in the pass. And I think they continue to play that way. I actually think the offense may even be a little bit better without Brittany Sykes, which is kind of crazy to think about. But, the Mystics, you just don't know who's going to score the basketball. You got Kiki Irvin, who hasn't even had a really good game recently. And then Shakira Austin's been playing really, really well. Sugg Sitton, Sonia Citron off the bench, like Sonia Citron in that starting lineup. Jaxon just said she's averaging 20. So I do think Washington's offense is going to be able to score the basketball. The Wings have been playing a little bit better defensively, and then last night they just kind of gave it all back. They ended up giving up 94 points to the Indiana Fever last night without Caitlin Clark in that game. And they only play one way, right? They play fast. They're only 9th in pace on the full season. But defensively, they are 10th over the full season. They're 11th in opponent effective field goal percentage. Washington, like I said, is clicking. They're 3rd in points scored over their last 5 games. And I think that they'll be able to score off turnovers. Dallas is a team that, really, really struggles with turning the ball over. So yeah, I like this one up and over for the Washington Mystics. As far as trends, I didn't find a lot, but I did find that Dallas's opponents are 9-6 to their team total over. And at the rest disadvantage, they've given up 83 points or more in 3 of their 4 games. So I do expect points to be scored in this game. I also think Dallas can score as well. So yeah, that's the way I chose to play this game. Dallas has also given up 90 points in 4 of their 8 home games. Washington's actually scored 90 plus in back-to-back road games. They hit Vegas for 90 plus, and then they just hit Atlanta for 90 plus as well. So over for me in this game is the way that I played it, but specifically Washington team total over at 82.5. As far as player props, it's really, really difficult for me to get there with anything on the Washington side. If we just take a scroll over to Outlier really quickly, really difficult for me to get to anywhere as far as player props go. And as Outlier loads, the reason why is because the Washington side of things, I kind of want to see what happens with Brittany Sykes and Jay Milburn. These are 2 of the players, which I don't know, maybe we're not gonna load. These are 2 of the players that can have a significant impact and be be part of the rotation. Brittany Sykes, of course, is a starter, so definitely her. As far as so I don't really want to play anything from the Washington side with that potential. As far as Paige, I don't think we've seen her play on the second leg of a back-to-back. She did play heavy minutes last night. I think she had 36 minutes last night. Let me just double check that. 36 minutes is what she played last night. You can see that right here. She has been scoring the basketball, like Jaxon said, 20 plus in 4 of her last 5 games against this Washington Mystics team in overtime. She did end up right at 20 points. So the only thing that scares me off a Paige in this game is that it is, like I said, it is the second leg of a back-to-back, and she played 36 minutes last night. But granted, she's young. Like I expect the game to be pretty fast-paced. As far as Paige's assists, I think 4.5, 5.5 was the number. It was juiced to the under as well. She did have 7 assists against Washington in this game here. I would expect their minutes to still be there. It's really just going to be about if the other players are going to be able to knock down shots. Paige has been playing really, really well as of late, which, I mean, you can see the proof is in the pudding. 3 of her last 4 games, she's up and over her assist prop. And she's only been back, I think, for about 5 games before she had the injury. So yeah, that I guess would be, well, actually she's been back about 6-7 games now, but yeah, she's in really good form is my point. And I don't really know if I want to fade her. Her 3-point prop is 1. You can get her to hit 1 3. She hit 2 against the Indiana Fever last night, but before that she hit 0 against Atlanta and just 1 in these 2 games here. The problem I have with her 3-point prop is that she's not really taking too many 3, 2, 4, 4. I mean, granted, she could hit 2, but I think the line is 1.5 on most books when I was looking at it. Yeah, so see, over 1.5 on FanDuel. Yeah, so line is 1.5 on FanDuel, which changes this a lot, right? You can see she's actually under because she hasn't been shooting as many 3-pointers in those games. So, and then the only other player, in my opinion, I don't really want to get there with you, Ruth, but Arike Ogunbowale is very, very volatile in my opinion. I think she's listed at 17.5 when I was looking earlier. She is coming off a 27-point game last night. Let's see. I'm sorry, not a 27-point game, a 15-point game against Indiana. The shot attempts I think are going to be there for her. You can see that the minutes are definitely going to be there for her as well. She's only shooting 36%. If we just go last 5 games, they have been a little bit better for Arike. She's over in 3 of the 5. This is a Washington team that's about middle of the pack defensively, pretty much in every statistical category. I do think that they give up some spot-up attempts. The other thing, I mean, we don't really have anybody as far as boards, but this Washington team is actually one of the better teams in the WNBA as far as rebounding. So Ruth rebounds, they only listed at 5.5. I couldn't get there with an under. I was thinking maybe go under on her rebounds. She did only have 3 in this game. She also is coming off a game where she played 30 plus minutes last night. So I couldn't get there with 5.5 because the numbers are a tad bit too low, but you can see that she did dominate Atlanta in this game here. I really wanted to go under on Ruth's rebounds, but I don't really want to force anything from a player prop perspective. None of this stuff really stands out to me or makes me want to, like, I couldn't find anything that gave me a lot of conviction at all from a player prop perspective. So I'll stay off the player props. And like I said, don't really want to even touch anything for Washington until, I wouldn't look at anything for Washington until I realized who was going to play, with those guards being listed as questionable for the Mystics. So that's my thought process. Let's see if you guys have any thoughts and we'll jump right off of here. Y'all really watch girls basketball? Absolutely. Rather watch paint dry? Well, you jumped into the wrong place, man. You jumped into the wrong place. Go to Lowe's, grab you a brush, and get some paint. And I love girls basketball though. But you just came to the wrong place. We love basketball. Everybody on the stream does. Just let's check the views out. Jason says that Melbourne injury the other night was nasty, tough scene for her. I mean, she was holding her lip. It was bloody. It looked like somebody bit her lip off. It did look bad, but she was smiling through it though. Jason says Olsen called fire the other night, was drilling those corner threes. She was shooting them with confidence too. I don't know what they got in the water that they get at rookies in DC, man, but yeah, absolutely. Peter says he'll lay the -3 here with the Mystics. Chicago Cheetah says I'm on the Mystics here. Minus 5.5. Okay. Mark says he told the team total over 82.5 last night. Also like the Mystics -2.5. What's up, Brian? Says great handicap yesterday. All the favorites yesterday. Let's get this one today. Not all the favorites though. Who didn't cover last night? The Valkyries didn't cover last night. Jason says Peter loves those middies at the elbow. Yeah, that's why I would probably fade her 3-point prop. I agree with that a lot. Mark says a lot of Dallas area stars in the building. I see points. Yeah, last night I saw Cooper Flagg at the game. I saw Kyrie at the game. I probably missed some people. What's up, Derek McGritt? Appreciate you for tapping in. The Ghost Rider says, do you like Rike over 1.5 threes? She should be able to cook. But she's burned me in the last pass, and she's not trustworthy. Yeah, I would. Let's just look at it real quick. I'm not gonna pull it back up just because it's loading pretty slowly. Computer tripping a little bit. But if we look at Rike threes, let's see what the line is. It's super juiced at -1. Looks like Bet Rivers got a -136, but it's -140 on Bet365. I would only ever play Rike over her 3-point prop just because I know she's going to shoot a ton of them. She's under in back-to-back games, though. She only hit 1 last night, 1 of 4 from the 3-point line. She was 0 for 3 versus Atlanta. Atlanta's a really good 3-point defensive team, though. And against the Mystics, the last time that they played on Saturday, she hit on Sunday in DC. She hit 3, so she was 3 for 9 in that game. But she's only over in 1 of her last 3 games. Before that, she had hit 3 in back-to-back games. I'm just not a big Rike fan, man. I'm just not. But what I will say is that this Mystics defense is actually they're actually the second worst spot up defense in the WNBA. And that's where Rike gets about 26% of her points. We know she just, she jacks a lot of threes. So I would only play Rike over, especially being back at the crib today. I don't really think the Mystics 3-point defense is that great in my opinion. Brian says there was a stat back-to-back WNBA where 5-0 to the favorites until Las Vegas the other night, which I lost. So it was Washington. Today. I think if I had to play the game, I don't really want to lay too many points for Washington, but I think that they can win the game. Remember, they were laying 3.5, I think, or 4.5 in the game on Sunday when these two teams just played, and they smoked them. They didn't smoke them. They actually struggled. It was that 3-pointer in the corner by Sonia Citron that ended up, I think, sealing the game because Paige Beckers hit one to send it to overtime, right? I think that's what happened. Yeah, they did hit first half. Got very lucky, absolutely. Adrian Belter was there. Okay, I didn't even see him there yesterday. So yeah, that's my thought process, man. If I had graphics made, which I don't, I would go ahead and talk about the games for tomorrow. But we'll save those. A couple of these lines I do expect to move for tomorrow. But yeah, that's when you guys can utilize the link in the description to get them early. Only thing official for me is Washington team total over 82.5. Like I said, this line has moved, but it's only moved a point. I would still play the 83.5. I think we see points. I agree with Jaxon with the full game over, this total going up. Lots of reason to like the over. You can still get a 163.5 on Hard Rock if you got it, and you can still get it on Fanatics if you have it and aren't limited as well. So FanDuel even still got a 164. So take with that information, do what you want, man. Best of luck on whatever it is that you guys are betting today. Check the resources out as always. The link for official plays is in the description of the video if you guys are interested in checking it out. We'll be live tomorrow morning going through these games for tomorrow. Like I said, I think it's 6 games for tomorrow. And I think I got to look for the Commissioner's Cup as well. But got a little bit more research to do before we talk about that. That game, I think, is on Tuesday. So we shall see, man. Best of luck. Enjoy your Saturday. Do me a favor. Hit the like button for me. I feel like the likes have been kind of low. Giving out a lot of free information. Really great for handicapping. I feel like I have a few more likes, not going to go crazy about it. But yeah, a couple more likes I think would be great. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Like I said, enjoy your weekend, man. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. I'm out.